Welcome back, you guys. It's Kevin with Everglades Canine Academy, and I have Shadrack, the Rhodesian Ridgeback, and today we are working on just kind of introducing some loose leash walking, maybe trying to build some engagement with him. Yes. As he's walking, Shadrack loves to just sniff, so I want him to start picking his head up. Yes. And walking with me. Good. Yes. So the basic rule for loose leash walking is we start with directional changes. All right, and I'm going to start luring him. Good boy. Yes. There we go. Now we're getting a nice little heel out of him. Okay, so directional change. Yes, if he meets the end of the leash, just a little bit of leash guidance. He doesn't need a lot. But when we turn, we don't wait for the dog. There we go. Yes. Good boy. Look at that pep in his step. That's a good boy. Yes. And when he turns and he recognizes us, we're going to mark and reward. Okay? Marking and rewarding. Here we go. A little distraction. Boom. We're getting back on track. Yes. Good boy. I like to practice on a nice quiet street. Good. Yes. What I'm looking for is that he turns with me. Okay, so here he goes. His nose is down, so watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn into him. Break it up. Yes. I'm going to break it up, okay? So once he starts getting distracted, all right, I'm going to turn into him again. There we go. Yes. Eye contact, mark and reward. Marking and rewarding that. Let's go. Walking into him. Good boy. Yes. I love that. I love when he catches up to me. Turning into him. Yes. Who's a good boy? All right, that's a big one. Try not to drop your kibble like me. Yes. When he comes to me and checks in, I'm marking and rewarding. Shadrack, come. Yes. Working a little recall. Shadrack, come. Yes. Recall, so important, you guys. So with my recall, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk a little bit. Hang on, give him a second. He's finding loose kibble. Let's recall him right now. If he doesn't come, let's use the leash. Shadrack, come. Yes. What I'm basically looking for at this stage is I'm looking for eye contact. When I call his name and I use the command, Shadrack, come. Yes. I'm looking for his eye contact. Okay, if he gives me eye contact, marking yes and rewarding. All right. So you guys, when we're doing directional changes with our dogs, when we're trying to get a loose leash walk, we already know that we have to do directional changes. If your dog is getting too far ahead of you or starting to pull, if your dog is pulling you while you're walking, you're doing it wrong. Simply just turn the other way. Even if you're just walking back and forth in front of your driveway, that's okay. Your dog will eventually get into a loose leash walk as long as you turn the other way and you don't wait for him. But we have two different types of ways we turn. We turn away from the dog and then we turn into the dog. Okay, so an example of turning away from the dog is going to look like this. All right, I'm walking, and I'm turning. Yes, there we go. We mark and reward when the dog catches up with us. Turning into the dog is a little harder. Yes. All right, but we want to make a tight turn. We want to make a tight turn. I usually aim for the muzzle a little bit. See how distracted he gets? This is why, good. This is why I like the inside turn, because as his head goes down, yes. As his head goes down, I can interrupt that, all right? I want him focusing on me. Yes. Good. Good boy. Shadrack, come. Yes. Hit him with a super dynamic reward right there. Good. Good boy. Okay, we're going to give him a little break on the grass. All right, come. Good boy. All right, you guys. Just wanted to make sure I'm still recording there. All right. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video on loose leash walking. We're going to keep pumping out more loose leash walking videos. I really want to show people how I do this. Now, notice at first I'm starting on an empty street. Okay, I always do that. I always start on an empty street. Come here, buddy. I always start on an empty street with my dogs. I like to have, I like them to start to paint the picture of what a loose leash walk looks like before I really start bringing in major distractions. If you live in a very distracting area, feel free to like load your dog up in the car, drive somewhere where you know it's peaceful. Okay, some subdivisions can be really hectic, especially around like morning and evening time with a bunch of dogs walking. All right, and if it is that hectic, practice in your driveway. All right, now there's obviously so many variables when it comes to practicing all different types of training techniques. But the most important thing is that you get out there and you try, and if you know, as we're training our dogs, obviously perfect training is, we want the dog to be successful in every situation. And it takes time to understand how to get success every time you train a dog. As a typical owner, you may experience failure, but don't beat yourself up over it. Don't feel guilty about it. Just get out there and start trying. And always remember, you guys, train happy and you'll have great results.